So, welcome everybody. You heard my dog bark because he's very excited. Um, as I hope you are too. So, I was meant to record this video a while back, but I completely forgot, and I'm behind on this. So, before I tackle any certification, and this is what I've used to pass my certifications on the first try every single time, I always make a plan, as I should, right? I always tell myself. I always make a plan because what I find is that when I start studying without a plan and without a layout or how I want to organize my information, I tend to forget key details that like get me when I'm taking the test, and I don't like that. I like to have all my information well organized. So the first thing that I will do, and as you can see, I've already completed some, that's why I'm late, is that I like to go over what I'm going to be learning because then I start thinking and preparing my brain to I'm going to see this information is going to be organized. So, what am I a big fan of? I'm a big fan of tables, flowcharts, concepts, mitigations, and weak points. That's what I like. That's what I like to organize, and also resources, meaning any additional information or videos that I watch that will help me cement the information. So as I look at this, right, I know there's going to be some concepts. Okay, IP addresses, MAC addresses, TCP, UDP. Okay, great. Common ports, the OSI model, great. This to me feels like I'm gonna have a chart of the OSI model right next to me so that I can keep mapping which layer this attack is performed. And then let me see. So I will start immediately in my head. I know, okay, I'm dividing this into reconnaissance, scanning enumeration, vulnerability, exploitation basics. That's all good. As soon as I see attacks, I immediately think of flowcharts. Now I am old school. I do them in pen and paper, and I will also try to do them digitally just because I want to explain it. And the more I do the flowchart, the more I learn it. And the easier it is for me to follow the attack flow when I'm performing it. So great. Kerber roasting overview. I like this. All right. So the next thing that I do is that I will create a PMPT. This is Notion. If you have any other suggestions of what I could be using, I will highly welcome them. So the way I organize my information is PMPT, then I have the MITRE attack chain and the Cyrical chain. And this is because I want to map every single thing that I do to this so that I understand what I'm doing as an attacker and what I will be doing also as a defender. Things, any tools, any exploits, any commands that I should be alerting on. Now, the other thing that I like to do, which I didn't write here, is I ask myself, how is this applicable to my job? What can I take from this class that I will use in my position to better our security? Now, as you can see, I have here scanning enumeration, MITRE is initial access, and Cyrical chain is reconnaissance. I will write a command, which is one of the ones that I learned, let's say, in this class. I will write here the command results, the tool is nmap, and I will write any notes. Then I will do my flowchart by hand and upload it here. Then I will write the attack. In this case, will be SQL injection. And this is assuming that I'm in the attacks, find an exploit in the exploit chapter, right? I will write the definition, mitigation, and attack points. And in the flowchart, once I do it, is that I circle in the flow where the attack is. So I'll do little circles just to know, okay, here, this is my attack point. Maybe is the user interface, right? Maybe is the username and password field, and then I will circle it here. This is where the attack is going to happen. And I will do for that for every single thing. So I will eventually, as I fill this out, I will have all my tools, all the command results, any commands that I have used, and any notes on it. What this helps me do is that when I am taking a certification and I look back at my notes, I know exactly where I'm going. And I reference my Notion notes. I also reference my pen and paper because that way it's double, right? It's double the reinforcement that I do. And then I go and explain my siblings what I learned, and they don't have to reply back. I only need to say it. So the more times I say it, the better. What you'll see here is that I purposely left some areas that I didn't watch, right? because one, I wasn't either comfortable how I performed it, or two, I didn't get it the first time, or three, I want to reinforce it. And I want to write my notes, and then after I do that, I will compare it to what the walkthrough is. I will start, now that I told you my methodology, how I do this, now my next step will be to complete what I learned in the first week. And then I will happily share my notes and see what you guys have as well. If you have